Evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to today's education based Indiana High School Athletic Association varsity basketball on a Saturday night. Tonight's radio coverage is made possible through audiosportsonline.net. That's ASO. That's Rob Kendall. Rob Kendall provides basketball, football, baseball. He does it all for putmeinsports.com. If you want to give him a call, you can actually go to audiosportsonline.net. If you want to promote your school, look on that website. Rob will get you uh, going right away. I tell you what, Rob has been helping Put Me in Sports since 2008, and we haven't taken a day off. So that's Rob Kendall from audiosportsonline.net. Again, we thank you. We'll mention today, special day, Valentine's Day. A lot of pink in the audience. They have the winter homecoming. They had that between ball games. JV game was decided by Tipton. And winter homecoming, the queen was Josie Butler. The king this year, he's a senior, Isaac Humrichhout. While we're talking about Isaac, we'll mention tomorrow afternoon, 1 p.m., Indiana Hoosiers going against number 8 Illinois Illini. And I will mention Isaac Humrichhout, his oldest brother. He wears number 3 for the Illini. That's Ben Humrichhout. And he's a former Blue Devil himself. And I will mention, though, Illinois fell to the Badgers. I think that was Friday night. I think so. It was overtime. Badgers got the win, 92-90. So tomorrow afternoon, I know where I'll be at 1 o'clock. And I will mention both teams are out on the floor getting some warm-up tosses in, getting things covered, getting ready for basketball here on Saturday night. 7:17 on the wristwatch. Let's talk a little bit about the visiting team on the scoreboard. Visiting team on the scoreboard, that is the Taylor Titans. Taylor Titans, their school was founded in 1949. They have a school enrollment of 366. Back in Kokomo, they have a gym capacity of 2,500 spectators. And we'll mention they are Class 2A along with the Blue Devils, and they are both in Sectional 39. So these two teams could very well see each other in the near future. We'll talk about the sectional pairings here in just a bit. We'll mention in the sectional 39, 6 teams in that sectional. Tipton, they're currently 5-11. Taylor, they're currently 12-7. The Elwood Panthers, currently 8-11. Frankton, the Eagles are 15-4. The Sheridan Blackhawks, they are 14-3. And the Lapel Bulldogs are 13-5. The principal at Taylor High School is Brandon Gleason. The athletic director is Kirk Wiley. He was kind enough to send me a roster. I appreciate that. And the athletic trainer at Taylor High School is Addie Clark. Taylor High School is located at 3794 East 300 South, Kokomo, Indiana 46902. You can reach them by dialing 765-453-1101. On the website, it's TaylorTitanAthletics.com. They wear the colors red and black. They perform in the Hoosier Heartland Conference. There are 9 teams in the Hoosier Heartland, and they stack up like this right now. I tabulated these this morning. At number 1 in the conference, it's Sheridan. The Blackhawks 8-0. They're 14-3 overall. Number 2, Rossville 6-2, 16-3 overall. Taylor Titans, they are at number 3 in the conference. They are 5-2, 12-7 overall. At number 4, it's Carroll. The Carroll Cougars, 4-2. They are 8-11 overall. At number 5, it's Eastern, the Eastern Comets. 3-3 in the conference, 12-7 overall. Number 6, that's Delphi. The Delphi Oracles are 3-4 in the conference, 10-8 overall. At number 7, Clinton Prairie. Clinton Prairie, they're 1-5, 5-12 overall. At number 8, Tri Central, they're 1-6, 6-13 overall. And at number 9, Clinton Central, the Bulldogs 0-7, 2-15 overall. As mentioned, the Taylor Titans are 12-7 on the season, 5-2 in the Hoosier Heartland Conference. I'll mention in 19 games, the Taylor Titans average offensive output per game is 58.7. Their average defensively per game is 47.9. The head coach of the Taylor Titans, working in year number 1 at Taylor High School, 12-7 on the season, is Fonzo White. Fonzo White, he shared some time with me before the game. I really enjoyed that time. We'll mention he's working in year number 9 overall. 77 wins, 124 losses. He has coached at Clinton Central. He dropped them out of a low luster situation. Clinton Central coach, also Fort Wayne Lures. He's also coached at Floyd Central. And he was an assistant coach at Franklin College. The next game on the agenda for the Titans is going to be this coming Thursday, the 20th. 20th of February, 6 o'clock JV, 7:30 varsity. The Carroll Cougars conference game will be at the Taylor Titans. We'll mention a little bit about the Tipton Blue Devils. Tipton Blue Devils, they have a school capacity, I should say, enrollment of 454. The capacity right here in the gymnasium, 3,050 comfortably. The Blue Devils were founded in 1962. As mentioned, they are also in Class 2A, Sectional 39. 6 in that sectional. We've already gone through the sectional. We'll mention the principal at Tipton High School is Craig Leach. The athletic director is Colin Quinn. And the athletic trainer is Burke Emmers. Tipton High School is located at 619 South Main Street, Tipton, Indiana, 46072. On the web, I should say, you can reach them by phone by dialing 765-675-7431. Now on the web, you can find them at tiptonathletic.com. They wear the collars, blue and white. They perform in the Hoosier Athletic Conference. Also 9 teams in the Hoosier Athletic Conference. And I will mention they stack up like this. And I will also mention the Hoosier Conference playoffs going to happen next Friday. Next Friday, the 20th. I think I said the 20th for Taylor was Thursday. But it is Thursday now. This Friday, it's going to be the 20th on a Friday. There we go. We'll get it right. But we'll mention Hoosier Athletic Conference, Hoosier Conference playoffs. They know who they'll be. I'll let you know next Friday. Be one game each. Finishing first in the Hoosier Conference in the East Division was Logansport at 2-1. They will be at West Lafayette, the Red Devils. Red Devils finished in the West at 4-0. Second place this year in the Hoosier Conference, Western Panthers, also 2-1. And they will be at Benton Central, the Bison. Bison finished the West Division at 3-1. Third position this year in the East Division, Hamilton Heights finished at 1-2. They will be at Central Catholic. They'll do battle with the Knights next Friday. The Knights end up 2-2 in the West. And the Tipton Blue Devils, fourth position, they finished also at 1-2. The Blue Devils will travel to Twin Lake, do battle with the Indians. The Indians finished at 1-3. Rensselaer Central will play a non-conference game. And we'll also mention the Tipton Blue Devils, currently 5 wins, 11 losses on the season. In the Hoosier Conference, finished at 1-2 in the East. The Tipton Blue Devils in 16 games. This is an average. Their average output offensively is 50.3. Their average output defensively They give up an average of 52.4. The head coach of the Tipton Blue Devils, working in year number 1 at 5-11, that is Tommy Newton. Tommy Newton, head coach for the Blue Devils. We'll mention next game on the agenda for the Blue Devils. Going to be happening this Tuesday, the 17th of February, 6 o'clock JV, 7:30 varsities. The Tipton Blue Devils will be at the Oak Hill Golden Eagles. And while we're talking about it, we'll mention sectional pairing. Sectional pairing show is going to happen on February 22nd. That is next Sunday, 6 o'clock p.m. It'll be a 2-hour show. It'll conclude at 8 p.m. That is Eastern time. And it was presented by the Indiana Pacers and the Indiana Fever. It is the 116th annual IHSAA Boys Basketball State Tournament Pairing Show. The host of the show will be Greg Rakestraw, along with Kyle Nedenreef. And I'll mention it is going to be streamed exclusively. You can get it exclusively at IHSAATV.org. Again, that's IHSAATV.org. Or you can go on the radio. They have a simulcast on the affiliates, the stations of the IHSAA Champions Network. There's a whole bunch of them. I think 93.1 might be one of them. Or after the show, if you missed both shows and you realize it after the show, you can go to IHSAA.org. That's IHSAA.org. And you can see all the pairings right there. We'll mention the IHSAA basketball tournament for the boys is going to run from March the 3rd, and it will conclude at Gainbridge Fieldhouse on March 28th. That's the 2025-26 basketball season. Clock rolling down, 2:54, special item on the Jumbotrons. And I will mention last night, there were 5 ball games, 4 of them conference games. And we're talking about the Hoosier Heartland Conference. In the Hoosier Heartland Conference last night, the Carroll Cougars were at the Sheridan Blackhawks conference game. Sheridan 58, Carroll 57. Also last night, a conference game. Clinton Central was at Eastern Comets 67, Clinton Central 31. Also last night, a conference game. Clinton Prairie, they were at Rossville. Rossville got the win 60-32. Another conference game, final conference game last night of the 5. Tri-Central was at Taylor. Taylor got the win 74-66. And final game last night in the Hoosier Heartland Conference, non-conference game, Western Boone was at the Delphi Oracles. Delphi Oracles got the win 65-58. Now, last night, we'll mention in the Hoosier Conference, 3 games last night, Friday, February 13th, 3 games, and one of them was a conference game in the West Division. It was a big game because it helped with the standings of who's playing who next week on Friday in the playoffs for the Hoosier Conference. Benton Central, they were at Tri-County last night. Tri-County 59, Benton Central 45. Central Catholic, conference game, West Division. They were at West Lafayette doing battle with the Red Devils. Red Devils finished in West Division at 4-0. West Lafayette got the win 69-50 over the Knights. And last night, Rensselaer Central was at Boone Grove. Boone Grove 69, Rensselaer Central 51. If you were paying attention, found this out as I was writing these down. There were 8 total games last night. Hoosier Heartland Conference and Hoosier Athletic Conference. Out of those 8 games, all the winners were the home team. Go figure. So everybody's going to stand at attention right now, getting ready for the national anthem. Clock rolling down, 24 seconds. And I will remind you while we have a minute, the Indianapolis Combine NFL Combine 2026 getting ready to take place. It's going to happen from February 23rd to March 2nd. There were 319 players invited. 9 players invited from the Indiana Hoosiers football team. It's going to be at Lucas Oil Stadium. You can attend, but you need tickets. So we're going to stand at attention and listen to public address before our national anthem. We're going to hear the Blue Devils band, and I will mention they are abbreviated. They've got about 3 percussionists. They've got 6 bad brass instruments, and they're going to sound nice. Here we go. The Tipton High School band, I hope you could have heard that. Maybe you did. So they're getting ready to introduce the starting lineups. We'll do the same. First, we'll talk about the Taylor Titans. Taylor Titans going to start like this. Wearing number 3, 6'2", he's a senior. 15.7 points per game average, 3.7 rebounds per game. He just eclipsed his 1,000 point club at Taylor High School. That was against Lapel Bulldogs. That's a pretty good feat against Lapel. Wearing number 4, he's 5'9", he's a junior. 2.1 points per game average. That is Zaven Pugh. Wearing number 10, he's a 6'2" junior. 12.4 points per game average. 3.7 rebounds per game. That is Keyshawn Galloway. Wearing number 11, 6'2" sophomore. 3.8 points per game average. Keaton Wiley. And the last guy in the lineup, he wears number 12, 6'4" senior. 16.1 points per game. He also eclipsed the 1,000 point club at Taylor High School versus Clinton Prairie as Javion Harris, the head coach, is Fonzo White. Now, for the Tipton Blue Devils, Tipton Blue Devils going to start like this. He wears number 2. He's 6'2". He's a junior. 4.2 rebounds per game. 16 points per game average. Peyton Aller. Wearing number 21. He's 6'8". He's a junior. 10.7 points per game average. Grayson McFalls. 7.1 rebounds per game for Grayson. Wearing number 22. 6'2" freshman, 7.7 points per game average. Kellen Williams. Wearing number 23, 6'1" sophomore, 2.1 points per game average. Quinn Toll. And wearing number 32, he's 6'4". He's a senior, 2.8 points per game, 3.7 rebounds per game. He is the homecoming king this winter. That is Isaac Humrickhouse. The head coach is Tommy Newton. We're going to jump it up. It's going to be Grayson McFall for Tipton, a junior. 6'8", wears number 21. He's going to jump it up against number 12, Davion Harris. He's a senior. He's 6'4". And that should be a good tip. Here comes the whistle. There's the tip. Tip to the backcourt picked up by Taylor, Trey McClatchy. McClatchy in the front court. He'll hand the ball off again to Keyshawn Galloway. They'll work it left side. We're going to back around. Javion Harris going to go baseline drive outside the paint. Picked up the dribble. That's Keyshawn Galloway. He'll kick it back out. Left elbow extended. 3-point shot. Taylor. Credit the bucket. Number 11, Keaton Wiley. Keaton Wiley. Just under 30% from 3-point land. In the front court, Tipton Blue Devils, Peyton Aller. Working around the perimeter, Isaac Cumberhouse. Going to be a too much reach in right there and way outside the arc. That was number 4, Zaven Pugh. He'll pick up the first foul in this ball game. He's got one, team foul number 1. Both going to be brought in front court. Tipton. Peyton should be when Toll going to toss it in, tipped away and chasing the backcourt. Going to be picked up by Grayson McFall. McFall's going to try to dribble to the time. I know he's going to dish off. Peyton Aller in the front court. Working left side, he'll go hard off the glass. Blocked shot. Rebound putback is good. IZ Company counts for 2. It's a 3-2 contest. Taylor by 1. 7:07 on the game clock. In the front court, Taylor Titans. They'll go to the corner with it. Dribble around. That's Keyshawn Galloway. Now back out top, Javion Harris. Outside the arc, he'll crossover dribble. Working against him. He'll take a jump shot, baseline jumper. Rims off, wouldn't go. Rebound, Kellen Williams for the Blue Devils. They'll bring it to the timeline. Ball's in the hands of Peyton Aller. Out top of the circle, get it to Isaac Cumberhouse. Now back to Peyton. Peyton triple threat available. He'll dribble it. He'll pass it in. They'll go to the corner with it. Quinn Toll just off the fingertips of Grayson McFalls goes out of bounds. Going to belong to the Titans. 6:37 on the game clock. 3-2 contest. Taylor by 1. Going to bring it to the timeline at a tri-pick. On the dribble, that's number 10, Keyshawn Galloway. He'll go to the corner with it and work it back around. Free throw line. Touches the hands briefly. Zaven Pugh. They'll get it back to Javion Harris. He'll take a shot. Some friction there. No call. Shot wouldn't go. Rebound Tipton. To the front court. Peyton Aller in the front court on the dribble. They go to the left corner baseline. Isaac Cumberhouse. Good hands right there by Dre McClatchy. Knocks it out of bounds. As Isaac Cumberhouse trying to direct some traffic. 6:11 left. We're in the first quarter. We're at Tipton High School on a Saturday night. Trying to get the ball in. Quinn Toll. Quinn Toll's going to get a 5-second call. They had the defense covered up, and right in front of Quinn Toll, guarding the inbound, was number 11, Keaton Wiley. And it's going to go in the book as a turnover for the Blue Devils. 6:08 on the game clock. Crossing the timeline at a walk pace. Number 10, Keyshawn Galloway. Stationary dribble. He'll work the left side. Dre McClatchy. McClatchy, crossover dribble. He'll bring it back out. Javion Harris back to McClatchy outside the arc. McClatchy guarding him is Peyton Aller. Peyton Aller always gets the assignment to guard the best shooter on the opposite team. Baseline jumper for McClatchy. Shot wouldn't go. Rebound, Grayson McFall, Jill outlet. Crossing the timeline now is Peyton Aller. Out top of the basketball, Grayson McFalls. McFalls on the dribble. Out top, 3-point shot, rims off, wouldn't go. Shot taken by Peyton. Aller, rebound, Dre McClatchy for the Titans to the front court. Working outside the arc, 3-point shot in the air, rims off long, wouldn't go. Shot taken there by Keyshawn Galloway. Rebound, Taylor, outside the arc, right of center. 3-point shot, good. Dre McClatchy. 5 minutes, 10 seconds left. 6-2 contest. Taylor by 4. In the front court of the basketball, Isaac Cumberhouse. He'll work it to the right corner baseline. He'll bring it back out. Kellen Williams, now he'll dish off. Grayson McFalls in the paint. Shot wouldn't go. Might have been a block shot. At least grazed and trying to save the basketball from going out of bounds. And the official pointed the wrong direction just for a moment and changed his call, rightfully so. So we're going to see number 11 for the Blue Devils in. That is Spidell, number 11, Owen Spidell. And I'm taking a breather, is Quinn Toll. Quinn Toll is the quarterback for the Tipton Blue Devils. Ball brought in from the backcourt, 84 feet away. Brought in by Javion Harris. Crossing the timeline, number 10, Keyshawn Galloway. Galloway guarding him now is Owen Spidell. Out top, Dre McClatchy. Working the ball left side, he'll drive it in. Zaven Pugh. Pugh's going to dish the ball off. Number 10 baseline, Keyshawn Galloway. They go to the opposite corner baseline, Dre McClatchy. Now back out top, Keaton Wiley. He'll dribble the lane. He'll go off the glass, down and go. Rebound Tipton. Isaac Cumberhouse. He'll dish off. Owen Spidell. Now back to Peyton. Peyton all are going to dribble in. To get it outside, Owen Spidell back to Peyton. He'll try a 3 from the right corner baseline. Short off the mark. Chases his own shot. Got the rebound. Couldn't get the first shot to go, but he'll get the second. 3 shots in that possession for Peyton. And he finishes with a deuce in the paint. 6-4 contest. Taylor Titans by 2. 3:56 left during the first quarter. Out top, we'll move it in. Javion Harris tipped away, and it's going to be picked up by the Blue Devils. Owen Spidell, now Peyton Aller. Next dead ball, we're going to see Quinn Smith in the ball game for Tipton. Outside the arc on the dribble, Kellen Williams will bring it back out. Out behind the arc, Grayson McFalls now straight away, straight out top. Peyton Aller, he'll hand the ball off. Kellen Williams. Williams picks up the dribble, now out into the center circle. Peyton Aller. Now Isaac Cumberhouse left side, well behind the arc to the corner. 3-point shot wouldn't go. Kellen Williams. Rebound, Peyton Aller. Baseline jumper just outside the paint. Aller for two. 3:15 left here in the first quarter. 6-6 ball game. Tie game here in the first quarter. Tipton hosting the Taylor Titans. They'll work the ball back around in the paint. Picks up the dribble in the paint. That was Keyshawn Galloway. Straightaway shot. Javion Harris couldn't get it. Rebound secured by Grayson McFalls. Outlet right side. Peyton Aller now in the front court. Working against him. Keyshawn Galloway. They'll work it inside. Lost the handle. Tipped away and stolen. Dre McClatchy. He's going to pop a shot straight away. Top of the key. Wouldn't get it. Rebound put back. Wouldn't go, but he'll shoot two. Javion Harris with the board. With left side, trying to go off the glass. Grayson McFall going to pick up the foul. Javion at 6'4", Grayson at 6'8". First foul on Grayson. He has one. Each team with one foul here in the first quarter. 2:37 left here in the first. Javion Harris, first shot, good. Javion Harris on the season, now 40. I should say I've got 18 game stats. The Titans have played 19 games. They played last night. It's very hard to turn around stats in less than 24 hours. So I'll mention in 18 games, Javion Harris, 64%. He got both of them there. He's above 64 now. And according to what he did last night, we don't know. So it's an 8-6 contest. Taylor by 2 in the front court with the basketball. Dre McClatchy guarding number 2, Peyton Aller. Outside the arc, 3-point shot. Isaac Cumberhouse rims off, wouldn't go. Rebound, Javion Harris. Harris is going to bring it to the timeline. He'll kick it back out. Dre McClatchy, left side, moving the basketball. Zaven Pugh. Now back out, well outside the arc. Number 12, Javion Harris. He'll dribble in. He'll work against Isaac Cumberhouse. Couldn't get the shot. Rebound into the hands of Owen Spidell. Spidell going to hand the ball off. Peyton Aller off the glass, got the bucket. No foul call. The 2-point bucket ties the game at 8-8. We're going to see in the ball game after this timeout. We'll see back in the ball game. It's going to be number 10, Keyshawn Galloway, and number 5, Collier Thompson. And entering the ball game during this timeout for Tipton is going to be number 40, Jace Clark. Jace Clark, also a senior. And we'll mention tonight's ball game is in parts being brought to you by Lisa Stokes Bear. Century 21. Lisa specializes in residential and corporate relocations. You can let Lisa look or let Lisa live. Lisa knows each home is precious. Lisa Stokes Bear, Century 21, Sheep Company. Real estate agent, real estate broker. You can contact her by phone or by text message at 317-513-4086. Again, 317-513-4086. Ball brought in backcourt. Crossing timeline on the dribble. Taylor Titans, number 10, Keyshawn Galloway. He'll hand the ball off. Dre McClatchy. He'll work it way out top. Hand the ball back to Pugh and working around the perimeter. Touches hands briefly. Galloway. Now back out top in the ball game for Taylor. As mentioned, Collier Thompson. He wears number 5. Collier Thompson. He's 6 foot. He's a senior. Outside the arc. Going to be a traveling violation. A little bit of a step right there. No dribble. 3-point land territory. That was Keyshawn Galloway. They'll give the ball back to the Blue Devils. 1:26 left here in the first quarter. 8-8. Both teams with 8 points so far in the quarter. Bring the ball from the backcourt. Peyton Aller. Isaac Cumberhouse. He'll pass it to the front court. Jace Clark. Cross away. Peyton Aller. 3-point shot. Good. Left elbow extended. It's 11-8. Blue Devils by 3. 1:07 on the game clock. We're going to ball out top. Javion Harris will go to the opposite corner. 3-point shot in the air. Good. Right at the bucket. Taylor Titan, number 10, Keyshawn Galloway for three, shooting 30% from three-point land in the front court. Owen Spidell outside the arc. Jace Clark, he'll dribble in. They're working down low. Going to be tipped away. Going to go out of bounds. It's going to stay in the front court with the Blue Devils. 45.5 left here in the quarter. First quarter, it's 11-11. Could be brought in right in the bucket on the baseline. Owen Spidell. Pass in the paint. Alley-oop. Good. Peyton Aller for two. 13-11. They've got that move patented. Outside the arc. We're going to back around. Outside, Javion Harris. Going to dish the ball off. Keyshawn Galloway, now Dre McClatchy. Outside, Collier Thompson. And then Javion Harris going to dribble around. 14-footer, jump shot in the air, shot wouldn't go. Taylor Titan, Keyshawn Galloway, rebound, Tipton to the front court. Quinn Smith going to go the distance, could get it a little bit hard off the glass, almost coast to coast. 13-11 contest. Blue Devils by two. Ball's in the front court, going to be tipped out of bounds with the foot, and they say that foot belonged to Taylor Titan. So Trueblood going to enter the ball game. Jacob Trueblood, he's 6'1", he's a senior. He averages 5.9 a game. 8.7 left here in the first quarter. Going to be pressure in the backcourt. Kellen Williams looking to get it in. He'll toss it in front court. Jace Clark, 7 seconds. Jace Clark on the dribble. Turnaround jumper. Clark for two, got it. 2 seconds, 1 second, and that's going to complete the first quarter of play. Jace Clark with a 2-point shot before the buzzer. At the end of 1 quarter of play, the Tipton Blue Devils 15, the Taylor Titans 11, and checking in during this in-between quarter break is 21, Grayson Falls for the Blue Devils. And we'll also let you know this game is in part being brought to you by Jim Dandy Restaurant. Jim Dandy Restaurant, you'll not only enjoy an incredible dining experience, and a Jim Dandy menu simply speaks for itself. They've got breakfast, they've got lunch, they've got dinner, they've got hot soup, fresh fruit with a fully loaded salad bar. And even though the Tipton High School was being constructed in the early 1960s, Jim Dandy Restaurant continues to support Tipton Blue Devil basketball and Tipton Blue Devil athletics. Prior to opening, Jim Dandy Restaurant opened in 1964. They've got good food, good friends, good times, and they are open 7 days. That's Tipton, Jim Dandy Restaurant. So second buzzer sound, second quarter, alternate possession arrow. Going to give it to Tipton. It's going to be inbound from half court by Kellen Williams. Slightly backcourt, Peyton Aller picked up there by Dre McClatchy. So Dre McClatchy going to guard Peyton Aller, and it's going to be a traveling violation right there. A little bit of a slide foot after the jump stop by Peyton Aller. Going to give the ball back to the Taylor Titans. 7:52. 8 seconds into the second quarter. McClatchy crossing the timeline. Working against him, Peyton Aller. They'll pass it right side, Zaven Pugh. Working back outside the arc, Dre McClatchy. Now back out, Javion Harris. Well behind the arc. He'll hand the ball off, Dre McClatchy. He'll pick up a screen from Javion. He'll dribble into paint. About a 7-8 footer wouldn't go. Rebound, Javion Harris. And try to secure it. He will on the baseline. Instead of a couple of guys pointing at the baseline, and we'll hope that Javion hit the floor hard, and they're going to whistle a foul. They're going to whistle this foul on 21, Grayson Falls. And Javion Harris is going to go to the foul stripe for the second time in this ball game. So Javion has 2, 7:24 left. He's now 3 for 3 at the stripe. Get some congratulatories. Also in the ball game for Taylor is number 32, Jacob Trueblood, 6'1" senior. He came in before the quarter break. He's still in the ball game. Javion Harris still have one more. Second shot, also good. It's 4 for 4 in tonight's ball game. 7:24 clock moving. 15-13 Blue Devils by 2. Crossing the timeline, being guarded foot for foot there by Dre McClatchy. Peyton Aller to get rid of it. He'll get it to Kellen Williams. He'll drive the lane. He'll go left-handed shot blocked by Javion Harris. to the front court, going to be overthrown. Overthrew the target. Dre McClatchy couldn't track it down before it went out of bounds right there in the midst of Burke Emmert. Burke Emmert was seeing lights before his eyes. Now he slowed up. McClatchy keeping him from hitting the wall. 7:04, ball brought in, Tipton. Kellen Williams. We're going to left side, Quinn Smith. Quinn Smith on the dribble. Working against him is number 11, Keaton Wiley. They go to the corner. Jace Clark, 3-point shot. Wouldn't go. Rebound, Taylor. Rebound right there by Zaven Pugh. They go to the front court. Dre McClatchy in the paint. Might have got away with a step there. No call. Wouldn't get the shot outside top of the key. 3-point shot wouldn't go for Javion Harris. The rebound putback will go, and he'll shoot one. That rebound putback by Keaton Wiley. Where's number 11? And they're going to whistle this foul on Tipton. So Wiley will have one more opportunity for a three-point play in the ball game for Tipton. We're going to see back in the game two original starters. 32, Isaac Cumrickhouse, and 23, Quinn Toll. At the foul stripe, Keaton Wiley shooting 67%. I've got him down for 2 for 3, and now he's 2 for 4. Rebound, Javion Harris. Javion Harris wasn't the low man on the block. He couldn't get the first foot back, but he rebounded his own shot. Put it back up for 2. 17-15. Titans by 2 in the front court. In the ball game is Zach Ridgway for the Blue Devils. He wears number 33, Zach Ridgway, a senior. Zach Ridgway, 6'6". Working around the perimeter. Peyton Aller, 17-footer, wouldn't go. Rebound fought for, picked up by Quinn Toll. He lost the handle when he tipped out of bounds. And they're going to say a traveling violation on Taylor. They're going to say Jacob Trueblood came up with that loose ball. He stepped on the side court line. Going to give the ball back to Tipton. It can be brought in right of the bucket. Tipton front court. Right of the bucket will be brought in by Quinn Toll. Looking to get it in, he does. Touching the hand of Peyton. All our balls loose. Ball's picked up by Quinn Toll to get it back near the center circle. IZ Cumrickhouse. Cumrickhouse, pretty good dribbling exhibition there. Trying to get it to Kellen Williams. Tipped to the backcourt. It was touched by Zaven Pugh. They're going to whistle a foul in the front court on number 4, Zaven Pugh. So 5:47 left here in the second quarter. 17-15. Taylor Titans by 2. Ball's going to be brought in, left of the bucket on the baseline. Blue Devils, Quinn Toll, being guarded on the inbounds, number 11. And be tipped away, guarded in by inbounds by Wiley. Tipped away, going back the other direction. 2-point shot wouldn't go. No foul call. Shot taken there by Keyshawn Galloway. Outside the arc, left elbow extended. Wouldn't go. Shot taken by Kellen Williams. Going to the front court, Javion Harris. They'll bounce it down low. They'll go off the glass. 2-point bucket, Taylor, number 10, Keyshawn Galloway. He's averaging 12.4 per game. 5:16 left. Now 5:15. They'll stop the clock with a timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout. Taylor Titans 19, Blue Devils 15. Checking back in the ball game during this timeout is going to be Taylor Titan, number 3, Dre McClatchy. So we've got some stats to mention at halftime. We'll also mention, we'll mention Class 2A, February 9th. February 9th, that was Monday. That's when they were tabulated. Class 2A rankings. The top eight have each played a game, and they've all stayed at their own position. They've all won their game, the most recent. And second buzzer sounds. 5:15 left here in the second quarter. The ball's going to be brought in. Blue Devils are bringing it in right there to the right of the Blue Devil bench, right there by Don McElfresh. Be brought in by Quinn Toll. Guarding the inbound, number 11, Keaton Wiley. He'll get it inbound. Peyton Aller being guarded full court, this time by Keyshawn Galloway, number 10. Out top, hands the ball off, Kellen Williams. Out top now, Quinn Toll being guarded there closely. Bring it back around, Isaac Cumrickhouse. He'll dish off baseline. Kellen Williams back to Isaac. Isaac right side behind the arc. Peyton Aller on the dribble. He'll dribble into paint. We're going to call a traveling violation. Trying to work his way in there. and they're going to call travel, and he was in land of the trees. A lot of bumping going on. The whistles not quite blowing quite as frequently as you would hope. 4:45 left on the game clock. 19-15, 4-point advantage for Taylor. On the dribble, working outside, picks up the basketball. That's number 10, Keyshawn Galloway. Back out to Javion Harris. Now back to Keyshawn out top. Now the Javion, right elbow extended, being guarded there by Isaac Cummings. Outside the arc, 3-point shot in the air. Good. Taylor Titans, number 10, Keyshawn Galloway for three. 22-15, a 7-point advantage for Taylor. They'll dish it inside. Zach Ridgway. Ridgway with a circus shot, got it to fall. He knew he was going to be fouled. He put the shot up. It rolled right across the rim and fell in. He'll get a chance for a 3-point play. Zach Ridgway, that foul's whistled. On number 4, Zaven Pugh, he's got 2. So teams with 2 fouls here in the second quarter. Owen Spidell checks in the ballgame for Quinn Toll. Zach Ridgway at the free throw line. Shot on the way, got it. 3-point play for Zach. He's now 6 for 10, 60% on the season. 22-18. Titans by 4. 4:05 left here in the second quarter. Dre McClatchy out top. On the dribble, he'll work it left side. Hand the ball back to Javion Harris. He'll work it down baseline. On the dribble, Keyshawn Galloway. Turns it back out, get it back. Left elbow extended, and then would shot when to go for Javion. Rebound, put back is good. Credit the board into the shot. Keyshawn Galloway for 2. 24-18, 6-point advantage for the Titans. In the front court with the basketball, they're going to tip it away. Almost stolen, picked up by Zach Ridgway. Owen Spidell hands the ball off. Peyton Aller. They go to the opposite right corner baseline. Zach Ridgway into Isaac Cummings. Outside the arc, Owen Spidell. Right elbow. That's Isaac Cummings. Back to Kellen Williams. Picks up a screen. Screens off McClatchy. They're working inside, tipped away and stolen. Going the other direction. Taylor Titans number 10, Keyshawn Galloway. They go left side off the glass. Galloway for 2. 3:06. Clock moving. Second quarter. 26-18. Taylor Titans by 8 in the front court with the basketball. Peyton Aller. Aller stationary dribble. Triple threat available. He'll pass it right side. Owen Spidell. Going to be tipped away. Going the other direction is Javion Harris. Javion Harris going to get the bucket. They'll allow the continuance. There was a serious bump there as Javion was going to go up for a layup. I'm just glad everybody's safe. So going to be a 3-point play opportunity. Javion Harris back in the ballgame for the Blue Devils. Number 21, Grayson McFalls taking a breather is Zach Ridgway. Back in the ballgame for Tipton is number 4, Quinn Smith. And taking a breather, Quinn Smith. We're going to ballgame for Kellen Williams. Back in the ballgame for Taylor is number 5, Collier Thompson. Taking a breather is number 11, Keaton Wiley. 3-point play opportunity. Javion Harris, and he got it. 29-18, an 11-point advantage for the Titans. 2:45, clock moving. Pressure in the backcourt. Peyton Aller going to dribble across the timeline, picks up a screen from Owen Spidell, back out top. Spidell driving the lane. He'll kick it back out. 3-point shot in the air. Peyton Aller rims off, wouldn't go. Rebound. Isaac Cummings. They'll work it back inside. Grayson McFalls. They're going to whistle a foul. They're going to whistle a foul in the paint right there. They're going to call it on Javion Harris. Grayson McFalls is going to shoot 2. So McFalls at the foul line. And he'll shoot his first foul shots of the evening, shooting 67%. He's 38 for 57 on the season. He'll shoot 2. 2:26 left. Second quarter, first shot, rims around, wouldn't go. They'll get one more. 29-18. Titans by 11. 2:26 left, second quarter. Bounce pass to Grayson. He toes it up. Second shot in the air, rims around, wouldn't go. Rebound, Dre McClatchy. He'll dish the ball off Javion Harris. He'll go to the front court on the pretty quick dribble. He'll back pedal dribble and reset the offense out top with McClatchy. Being guarded there by Peyton Aller. 2 minutes, 12 seconds left. Out top of the basketball, Keyshawn Gallup, left side, Javion Harris back out top, Dre McClatchy. He'll work it in on the cut. Turnaround jumper, right elbow, shot good, Javion Harris. Harris for two with a 31-18 count. 13-point advantage for the Titans in the front court. Quinn Smith, he'll work it left side. Owen Spidell pushes it in. Baseline jumper in the paint, wouldn't go. Shot wouldn't go. Shot taken there by Grayson McFalls. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be last touched by the Titans. So it's going to stay in the front court with the Blue Devils. 1:43 left here in the second quarter. 31-18. It's going to be brought in. Quinn Smith on the inbound. Quinn Smith with the basketball, center circle. Nearly stepped across the timeline, but he covered the 10-second line. Shot off the glass for Smith wouldn't go. To the front court, Dre McClatchy. He's open. He'll take the shot. 2-point bucket off the glass. 33-18. Titans in front. 1:21 left. Driving the lane there. Couldn't get the shot. Peyton Aller. Rebound put back for Grayson McFalls wouldn't happen. They're going to count the second putback. Good by McFalls, and he'll shoot one more. So McFalls' 3-point play opportunity. They're counting the bucket. They're going to whistle this foul. They're going to whistle this foul on number 5, Collier Thompson. That's 4 fouls here in the second quarter on the Titans. And Javion Harris going to get Addie Clark to look at his lower leg. I would guess he'll be back in the ballgame for Tipton. Is number 15, Dakota Garman. Dakota Garman enters the ball game. Peyton Aller going to take a breather. 1:14 left, 33-20. Titans by 13. 3-point play opportunity right here for Grayson McFalls. 3-point play opportunity, rimmed out, rebound, Isaac Humricow. They'll start it up again in the front court. Baseline, Isaac, he'll dish off the glass, would go. Quinn Smith, rebound, Dre McClatchy. McClatchy going to pass it out of there. Zaven Pugh, now he'll give the ball up. Keyshawn Galloway, he'll dribble the lane, left-handed shot in the paint. Got the bucket. Galloway for 2. Galloway, a 6'2 junior. 49 seconds left. 35-20. Titans by 15 outside the arc. Going to dribble in. Owen Spidell, he'll dish it off. Dakota Garman. Garman couldn't get the shot to go, but the ball came down simultaneous. Garman, they're going to see what they're going to call this. Alternate possession arrow. They're going to give it to a jump ball there. Alternate possession arrow going to give the ball back to the Titans. And wasn't much of a break. Peyton Aller back in the ball game, taking a breather. Here's Isaac Humricow. 39 seconds left. Going to be brought in from the backcourt uncontested. Ball's brought in. Number 10, Keyshawn Galloway. He'll be picked up at half court by Owen Spidell. Keyshawn Galloway. Trickery on the dribble across the timeline. We're going to back out top on the dribble. Dre McClatchy. He'll hand off Zaven Pugh. Lost the handle. Good defense. Quinn Smith out top. Center circle with the basketball. Keyshawn Galloway. He'll dribble. Outside the arc. Back pedal dribble. Working against him is Owen Spidell. To McClatchy. Now back to Keyshawn Galloway. Crossover. He'll take a jump shot. Free throw line. Got it. Left-handed player, Keyshawn Galloway for 2 more. Shot at the buzzer wouldn't go. Peyton Aller will go to halftime. We'll go to halftime. Score at halftime. Taylor Titans, 37. Tipton Blue Devils, 20. We do appreciate you tuning in. We'll mention 10 minutes on the intermission clock. And we do appreciate you listening. And we'll mention this game is in part being brought to you by Encompass Credit Union. Encompass Credit Union, if you're looking for a financial partner that's as community-minded as you are, welcome to Encompass Credit Union. That's North Central Indiana's premier financial institution. At Encompass Credit Union, they believe in putting their members first. Whether you're looking for lower rates on loans, higher rates on savings, or just a friendly face to help you with your financial needs, they've got you covered. You can join them today and become a part of a financial cooperative that truly cares, with branches in Tipton, Frankfort, and Kokomo. They are here to serve the community. Encompass Credit Union, where community comes full circle. Visit them online at encompasscu.org or at any of their convenient locations. That's Encompass Credit Union. And also bringing you tonight's contest is Kokomo Auto World. Kokomo Auto World, this game is sponsored by Coach Chad Wetz at Kokomo Auto World. Coach Wetz was a high school basketball coach in the state of Indiana, central Indiana primarily, for 30 years and has now turned his attention to selling you your next new Toyota, Honda, or pre-owned vehicle. Kokomo Auto World has been serving this basketball-rich region for more than 50 years. And now together, Coach Wet and Kokomo Auto World can meet all of your car and truck buying needs. Call Kokomo Auto World today at 765 453 4111. Again, that number is 765 453 4111. And ask for Coach Wet at Kokomo Auto World. And also bringing you tonight's contest is Los Portales Mexican Restaurant. You can join them for elegant dining. They are located not too far off of your path on your way home. They've got exquisite Mexican menu. They're right there to the east of Ace Hardware. You can dine in or carry out. Their number is 765 675 2383. Again, that number is 765 675 2383. They have multiple TVs all through the restaurant. If you need your TV channel changed, they will accommodate you. You can visit them at 848 East Jefferson Street, Tipton, Indiana. They support Tipton High School sports and surrounding areas since being established in 2009. And also, please visit their location in Greentown, Indiana, El Patron Mexican Restaurant, located at 204 East Main Street. Los Portales Mexican Restaurant, Tipton and Greentown. Greentown just 10 miles to the east of Kokomo. And we'll mention this game is also in parts being brought to you by Edward Jones Tipton. Edward Jones Tipton, financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and the encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Kurt D. Hare. Yep, that's Kurt D. Hare, your Tipton Edward Jones financial advisor. He understands this. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Tipton High School Sports and PutMeInSports.com for all of your investment needs. Call Edward Jones Tipton at 765 675 9535, or you can visit them on the web at edwardjones.com. That's Edward Jones, member SIPC. We'll also mention tonight's ball game in part being brought to you by Hope Jewelers. Hope Jewelers, there in Tipton. Precious times are made for precious moments. And Hope Jewelers are there to meet your every special need in the field of diamonds, gold, and silver, etc. Stop in and visit Hope Jewelers in downtown Tipton, next to the Diana Theater. They're located at 135 East Jefferson Street, Tipton, Indiana, 46072. You can reach them by telephone by dialing 765 675 9720. Again, their number is 765 675 9720. That's Hope Jewelers. They're open daily, Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. And they're open on Saturday, 9:30 to 2. We do appreciate you tuning in, and we'll mention we got some Class 2A rankings. The rankings pretty much the same, but the win-loss a little bit different since February 9th. I got to mention February 9th is the birthday of a gentleman I met when he was 87. He passed away at 99. Fred Overdorf. Fred Overdorf. He worked at Remy's. He worked there more than 30 years. Fred Overdorf from Arcadia. He used to live down on Dogwood Lakes. But we'll mention top 8 here have not changed. They've all won their games. Most recently, most of these teams have all played a game since I read these stats on Tuesday, since I read the ranking. We'll mention at number 1, it's still Paoli. Paoli Rams, they won a game. They're 18-0. At number 2, Westview, the Warriors won a game since Tuesday. They're 18-1. At number 3, Oak Hill. Oak Hill Golden Eagles. They are 16-1. They did lose to Homestead. That was on February 7th, 58-53. Homestead, a 4A school. At number 4, Centerville. The Bulldogs are now 17-2. At number 5, Park Heritage. The Wolves are now 16-4. At number 6, Gary, 21st Century. The Cougars, they won a game. They are now 11-6. At number 7, Bremen, the Lions are now 18-1. At number 8, Triton Central, the Tigers are now 16-3. And Shenandoah, they're at number 9. They did fall since Tuesday. They are now 14-3. And we'll also mention number 10, Linton Minor. Linton Stockton, they're the Miners. They go by Linton now. They kind of dropped that Stockton. But they got a game. They got a win. They are 15-4 now. Number 11, Indianapolis Cecina. The Crusaders, they won a game. They're now 15-5. At number 12, there are 2 teams tied at number 12. The first team is in sectional 39. That's the Frankton Eagles. They've won a game. They're now 15-4. And University, the Trailblazers, also tied with Frankton at number 12. They've won their game, and they are now 13-6. At number 14, Winnemac, the Warriors, they've won their game. They're 17-2 now. 15 at number 15, Jimtown, the Jimmies. They did not win. They lost the game. They're now 12-7. At number 16, Park Tudor, the Panthers, they won their game. They are now 12-7. Blackford Bruins, 2 teams tied at number 17, Blackford and LaPel. Blackford Bruins, they lost their game. They fell to Oak Hill, and they are now 15-5. And tied with Blackford at number 17, LaPel Bulldogs. Bulldogs also in sectional 39. Bulldogs got a win. They are now 13-5. So 3 teams lost their game in Class 2A rankings. 18 teams, 15 of them won their games. So that was the top 18 this week, Class 2A. So clock's rolling down. 32 seconds left in the intermission. We thank you for tuning in. And don't forget, tomorrow, 1 o'clock, Indiana Hoosiers and the Illinois Illini. I'll be rooting for Ben Humbeckhouse, number 3, for the Illini, but I'll be hoping that the Indiana Hoosiers will win. That's just me. 6 seconds left. Blue Devils going to bring it in. They'll have an alternate possession arrow. Kellen Williams going to inbound the basketball. They're going to try to get it into Peyton Aller. Keyshawn Galloway going to make the inbound tough. And also will Zaven Pugh. They'll toss it in. Backcourt picked up by Peyton. Picked up there defensively by Keyshawn Galloway. He'll hand the ball off. Kellen Williams. Working against Kellen is Zaven Pugh. In the front court, Grayson McFall's behind the arc. Being guarded there by 32, Jacob Trueblood. I think a Jack Trueblood for the Rams. He's got a brother that plays, Joel, maybe. To the corner baseline, 3-point shot short of the mark. Isaac Humrickhouse couldn't get it. Rebound out of there, secured by number 11, Keaton Wiley, for the Titans in the front court with the basketball. Number 10, Keyshawn Galloway. Crossover dribble. They're working against Peyton Aller. Peyton Aller recovers quickly. Back out top to reset the offense. Dre McClatchy. Left side, Keyshawn Galloway. Back pedal dribble. Picks up the dribble. Now back out top. Keaton Wiley. Right side, Dre McClatchy in the paint. He'll take a jump shot and get the defender off his feet. That was Quinn Toll. They go up, get the basket. They'll go off the glass and in. 2-point bucket for McClatchy. 7 minutes left. 39-20. 19-point advantage for the Titans. In the front court of the basketball, Peyton Aller. But working back out top. Working the basketball around. Isaac Humrickhouse. Peyton Aller going to toss it in. Baseline drive. Grayson McFalls, reverse layup. McFalls for two. 6'8", good body control there by Grayson. 6:37 left. 39-22. 17-point advantage for the Titans. Dribbling in. Keyshawn Galloway in the paint. He'll float one up. About a 6-footer. Galloway for two. 6:24 on the game clock. We're going to the front court with the basketball. Across the timeline, Peyton Aller. Working outside the arc. Going to be a foul whistle. They're going to whistle this foul on the Titans. They're going to say the foul was whistled on 32. Jacob Trueblood, 6'1" senior. So Trueblood picks up his first foul in the contest. So Javion Harris back in the ballgame. Trueblood going to take a breather. Outside the arc, left elbow extended, 3-point shot when to go. Kellen Williams. Rebound fought for, picked up by Javion Harris. He'll outlet left side. Keyshawn Galloway. Galloway back out top into the center circle. Javion hands the ball back to Galloway. Works the right side behind the arc. Keaton Wiley. Cross-court pass. Dre McClatchy. Outside the arc, 3-point shot. Left elbow extended. Shot when to go for Taylor. That was number 11, Keaton Wiley. Blue Devils on the rebound. To the front court, Kellen Williams on the dribble. Teams are there to pick up the basketball. Zaven Pugh. They're working in. Grayson McFalls. McFalls tries to go off the glass. He absorbs a little shot to the face. No foul. And a shot wouldn't go. Rebound, Javion Harris. Javion Harris works at left side. Outside the arc, 3-point shot, good. Dre McClatchy for three. 44-22. Titans in front. 5:09. Clock moving. To the front court, 3-point shot. Kellen Williams off the mark. Wouldn't go. Rebound. Galloway. He'll pass it up ahead. Dre McClatchy. Cherry picker off the glass. And a good outlet by the Titans. 4:52 on the game clock. 46-2. Titans in front. They're going to whistle a timeout. Blue Devils going to call a 30-second timeout. 4:47 left here in the third quarter. Taylor Titans 46. Tipton Blue Devils 22. And we'll also mention tonight's ball game is in part being brought to you by McCormick Printing. McCormick Printing Impressions. I would like to take a moment to recognize our amazing local sponsor. That's McCormick Printing Impressions, your trusted full-service print shop that's been helping customers, large and small, make their best impression for 50 years. Family-owned and operated, MPI, more than just a print shop. Next time you're looking for a team-oriented, committed, and excellent person, I should say, Kevin McCormick and his brother Chris does a tremendous job. That's McCormick Printing Impressions, 618 Oak Street in Tipton. Ball brought in on the dribble. Owen Spidell working in the paint. Grayson McFalls, shot when to go. Rebound fought for. McFalls fighting for it. Ball still loose. On the floor, Javion Harris. On the floor, he secures it. And Isaac Humrickhouse right down there to lock it up. It's going to be an alternate possession arrow. Going to give it to the Titans. So Isaac Humrickhouse makes it good. The Blue Devils will have the next alternate possession. 4:28 on the game clock. Crossing the timeline at a walk pace. Number 10, Keyshawn Galloway. They're working left side. Dre McClatchy behind the arc. He'll work it left side. He'll go into paint, turnaround jumper would go, rebound Quinn Smith for the Blue Devils. So Quinn Smith brings it to the timeline, being guarded there closely by Trey McClatchy. Kind of real close, and they're going to work in and try to get the steal. Xavion Harris comes up with the basketball. He was trying to get it to the front court in a hurry to McClatchy. And Blue Devils tip it out of bounds right there at the scores bench. Right there at Coach Bales. Coach Bales, girls basketball coach, definitely making a difference for the Blue Devils. 3:56 on the game clock. Working the left side, Dre McClatchy. Outside the arc, 3-point shot in the air, rims off, wouldn't go. Shot taken by Keaton Wiley. Rebound Tipton. Quinn Smith works it up ahead. Peyton Aller couldn't get the shot from the paint. Rebound fought for, and Grayson McFalls going to get a reach-in foul, and he'll pick up the personal foul. Grayson McFalls. They'll give it to the Taylor Titans, and they'll bring it to the front court. Keyshawn Galloway. We're going to out top of the basketball. Right side, well out top. Dre McClatchy. McClatchy on the dribble. Back pedal dribble. Working against him is Quinn Smith on the dribble. We're working back out top. Javion Harris, left side. Keyshawn Galloway being guarded there by Peyton Aller. He'll dribble in front of the paint there. We're working bounce pass in the paint. Turnaround jumper, Dre McClatchy. About a 7-footer for McClatchy for two. 48-22. Titans in front. We're working to the front court. Peyton Aller. Back out top, Quinn Smith. Now Owen Spidell. It can be a reach-in foul as Spidell went right side to dribble. Quick dribble there and a reach-in foul on Titans. Number 4, Zaven Pugh. Zaven Pugh picks up his third foul in tonight's ball game. 2:56 left here in the third quarter. They'll bounce it in. Isaac Hummerhouse back to Owen Spidell. Now to Isaac. 3-point shot in the air. Good. Isaac Hummerhouse, 3-point shot good in front of the Blue Devil bench. 48-25. Titans in front. On the dribble out top, Javion Harris. They give up the ball. It's Zaven Pugh. Back out to McClatchy. He'll nail a three. Left of center, Jay McClatchy for three. 51-25. 2:26 left during the third quarter. Out top double team on Peyton. Lead guy alone. That was Isaac Hummerhouse. He works it down low to Grayson. Couldn't get the bucket. Rebound. Owen Spidell and get the ball up. Peyton Aller in front of the Blue Devil bench. 3-point shot good for Peyton. During this timeout, we're going to see back in the ballgame for the Titans, number 5, Collier Thompson, 6-foot senior. And we'll also mention tonight's ballgame is in parts being brought to you by Discount Copies. Discount Copies, they are conveniently located at the west edge of Noblesville, Indiana. That's 46062. They're just behind Pizza Hut and next to Bowl 32. That's along State Road 32. At Discount Copies, they provide setup services where you can turn your artwork into things like note cards, notepads, prints, and calendars. And it's never too early to think about personalized Christmas cards. Toasters and oversized printing also available. And also, if you're planning a wedding, they can print all of your necessary needs. You'll save money, no question. You can reach Discount Copies by phone, 317-773-8783, or on Gmail, it's Discount Copies, the number 96, at gmail.com. Ball brought in, backcourt. Back in the hands, Keyshawn Galloway. Galloway going to bring it through the timeline. He wanted Dre McClatchy to take the ball, but he brought it across the timeline. Pass is knocked back in his face by Owen Spidell. Back in the hands of Keyshawn. He goes in the paint, takes a shot, wouldn't go. Rebound, Grayson McFall. 1:50 left here in the third quarter. On the dribble, crossover. He'll dribble all the way, left-handed layup wouldn't go. Rebound, Isaac Hummerhouse. Hummerhouse puts the ball back in on a rebound bucket. 2 points for Isaac. 51-30. 21-point advantage for the Taylor Titans. A minute and a half left here in the third. Dribble in, turnaround jumper, left-handed floater, got it. That was number 10, Keyshawn Galloway. Galloway is 6'2 junior, 12.4 points per game. He's well above that tonight. Outside the arc, three-point shot, rims off. Isaac Humrichhouse rebound, saved from going out of bounds by Zaven Pugh. They get it back to Keyshawn, now back to Zaven crossing the timeline with the pass. Center circle. Keyshawn Galloway. Zaven Pugh will work it outside the paint on a pass. They'll work it down low. Gray McClatchy with a cut. Right-handed layup for two. 54-30 in the front court. Quinn Smith will work it inside. Grayson McFalls, inside-out play. Three-point shot on the way. Peyton Aller wouldn't go. Ball's going to carry him long, going to go out of bounds to the left corner baseline. So 41 seconds left. Davion Harris back in the ball game. Ball's brought in by Keyshawn Galloway. Davion Harris going to dribble it to the timeline. Pretty good dribbling exhibition for Javion at 6'4". He's a senior. From the corner baseline, almost took the shot. Left elbow extended. Dre McClatchy takes the shot. Three-point shot, good. 22 seconds left. 58-30. Outside the arc, three-point shot, rims off, way to go. Shot taken there by Owen Spidell. Rebound put back is good. In the paint, Grayson McFalls for two. 9 seconds left. In the front court with the basketball, Keyshawn Galloway. They'll pass it off. They go off the glass. It'll be a block shot. Zaven Pugh tried to take the shot, and then Grayson McFalls recycled it. It stays in bounds. Grayson takes a shot at the buzzer, and it wouldn't go. So that's going to complete 3 quarters of play. At the end of 3 quarters, the Taylor Titans 58, the Tipton Blue Devils 32. Entering the ball game during this quarter break is number 35, Trey Oliver. For the Taylor Titans, Trey Oliver, he's a 5'10" sophomore. And we'll mention this game is also in part being brought to you by Indiana Express Rentals. When you find yourself looking for that dependable moving truck rental company, that high-quality choice isn't far away. You can call Indiana Express Rentals. They're located at the south edge of Noblesville, Indiana, at 1708 South 8th Street. Simply call them at 317-773-4800. Again, that number is 317-773-4800. Indiana Express Rentals, they have up to 26-foot box trucks available, and a truck with a Tommy lift can sure come in handy. Indiana Express Rentals, their hours of operation, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. The ball's going to be brought in adjacent to the scores bench. Half court, alternate possession arrow gives it to Tipton. Be brought in by Quinn Smith. He does. He brings it in backcourt. Keyshawn Galloway guarding the basketball right there across the timeline. Peyton Aller. Aller on the dribble. Double team. He'll pass out of it. Grayson McFalls outside the paint. He'll go up with the shot. He got the bucket, and he'll shoot one more. Grayson McFalls. He has something you cannot coach, and that is height. 6'8", Grayson McFalls. He got that curly hair, I'm guessing. I believe it is natural. The three-point play opportunity for Grayson. Shot on the way, rims around, falls in. Three-point play for Grayson McFalls. 58-35. 23-point advantage for the Titans. Just begun the fourth quarter. 7:42 left from the corner baseline. Three-point shot would go. Shot taken by Zaven Pugh. Ball's loose on the floor. Going to be a jump ball. Alternate possession arrow gives it back to the Titans. And in the ball game, I should mention, for the Blue Devils is number 15, 6'3", junior, Dakota Garman. The Titans bring the ball in. Dre McClatchy now back out top. Zaven Pugh. Back to McClatchy. Well behind the arc, being guarded there by Quinn Smith. Triple threat. He'll dribble left. Tipping from the backside. Smith will pass it up a front. And then Quinn Smith off the glass. A nice assist, half-court pass from Dakota Garman. Let's bring it to the timeline. Good pass. Titans down low. Dre McClatchy Ray McClatchy has that fake jump shot. I tell you what, it's got to be tough to not jump on the first fake. Ray McClatchy has a patent on that one. So fouls whistled on 15, Dakota Garman. Dakota Garman and Javion Harris having some friendly talk on the lane. It's all good. 7:09 left, fourth quarter. Dre McClatchy, 2 shots at the lane at the stripe, couldn't get the first one. Dre McClatchy wears number 3. He entered this ball game, according to my 18-game stats, 65%. He shot more than 50 free throws on the season. Second shot up, good. 59-37. Titans by 22. 7:07 left here in the fourth quarter. Crossing the timeline. Peyton Aller, back pedal dribble. Loose double team there. They work it right side. Dakota Garman back to Peyton. They're working back to Quinn Smith. They go to the corner with it. Grayson McFall, one dribble, picks it up. Out top, Dakota Garman. Back to Quinn Smith, being guarded there by Zaven Pugh. Back pedal dribble. Left side, they're working inside. Grayson McFalls, inside out play, 3-point shot in the air. Wouldn't go. Shot taken by Quinn Smith. They're going to whistle a foul. It's going to be whistled on 23, Quinn Toll. Toll will pick up the foul. That's the first foul. Check that. The second foul here in the quarter on Tipton. Quinn Toll has 1 foul, and the Taylor Titans have 1 foul also. That's here in the fourth quarter. We'll get to the front court, outside the arc. Thought about a shot. That was Keaton Wiley. Back out top, 6:27 left. Working the ball behind the arc. Dre McClatchy picks up a screen from Javion. He'll dribble in, tip from the backside. Quinn Smith, pretty quick hands. He does that quite often. I'm guessing if I was studying film, I would know that Quinn Smith is good at that particular move. Tipped it out of bounds from the backside. To the corner, 3-point shot in the air. Rims off, would go. Shot taken by Taylor Titan, number 11, Keaton Wiley. To the front court, Blue Devils. Left corner baseline, Dakota Garman pushes it in. Elbow, right side, I should say left side. It's Grayson McFalls. Quinn Smith, now back to Peyton Aller. Aller on the dribble to the corner. Quinn Smith. Quinn Smith going to hand off. Quinn Toll, ball's loose, picked up by the Titans. They go back the other direction, hard off the glass for Dre McClatchy. Couldn't get it, but the rebound putback is good for Keyshawn Galloway. 5:40 left, 61-37. Titans in front. On the dribble, going to be an offensive foul. Let's double check here. They're going to call this on the Titans. So somehow Taylor Titans number 11, Keaton Wiley, is called for the foul. So substitutions in the ball game. Blue Devils are going to have in the ball game Kellen Williams, 22, Owen Spidell, number 11, number 40, Jace Clark, number 15, Dakota Garman, and number 32, Isaac Humrickhouse. Ball's tossed in, backcourt slightly. Dakota Garman on the dribble, crossover. Crossover working down low, tipped away and stolen by Keyshawn Galloway. Galloway going to be guarded closely there by Isaac Humrickhouse. And as a mild foul at best, and they're going to call foul on Isaac, probably because of the size differential. Much taller, 6'4", Isaac Humrickhouse. The ball brought in. Taylor Titans crossing the timeline at a dribble pace. Keyshawn Galloway, he'll get the handoff from Javion Harris. Keyshawn Galloway drives the lane, floats one up. Left-handed, got the bucket. 63-37. 5 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. From the corner baseline, 3-point shot, good. Dakota Garman nails his first 3-point bucket of the season, shooting 33% on the season. Outside the arc, Dre McClatchy, he nails a 3. Left of center, McClatchy for 3. McClatchy shooting above 37%. He's almost shot 100 3-point shots this season. On the dribble, Jace Clark will work it down low. Isaac Humrickhouse got the bucket and got fouled. Keyshawn Galloway trying to block the shot. Keyshawn Galloway, where's number 10? He's 6'2". He's listed at 6'2". So number 2, Peyton Aller, back in the ball game. Dakota Garman going to take a breather. Quinn Smith, number 4, back in the ball game. Number 40, Jace Clark, going to take a breather. 3-point play opportunity right here. Isaac Humrichhouse. Ball goes in. Nope, didn't make it. Rebound out of there. Pick up the rebound. Javion Harris. He'll outlet. Keyshawn Galloway. Keyshawn Galloway outside the arc. Get it to Dre McClatchy. Now back out Javion Harris. Back to McClatchy. Being guarded there by Owen Spidell. He'll drive. He'll go off the glass in the paint. Couldn't get the shot. That was Dre McClatchy back the other direction. Quinn Smith, ball's loose. Going to be knocked out of bounds, and the officials are going to say it belongs to Tipton. They did not want to use the possession arrow. That might have not been good. So the posted official to the basketball says it belongs to Tipton. Let me a timeout called. Let me a timeout called by head coach Fonzo White. Taylor Titan. 4:07 left here in the fourth quarter. Taylor Titans 66. Tipton Blue Devils 42. And we'll also mention tonight's ball game is in parts being brought to you by Fritz in Fishers. That's Fritz in Fishers, Fritz in Noblesville. They are celebrating 43 years in the car business. That's in the heart of the Nickel Plate District. They've got late model cars and trucks. Each vehicle pre-delivery inspection. 2 Hamilton County locations. You can go to fritzinfishers.com. Their location in Fishers, 8599 East 116th Street. You can dial them up there in Fishers. Their dealership, 317-842-2228. Their second dealership is right there in Noblesville. It's right there along State Road 32, right there at Mill Creek Road between Westfield and Noblesville. You can dial them there at 317-773-2232. That's fritzinfishers.com, F-R-I-T-Z. Will be brought in. Blue Devils. Right the bucket on the baseline. Quinn Toll tosses it in behind the three-point line. Quinn Smith on the dribble. Being guarded there by number 11, Keaton Wiley. We're in around the perimeter. We're going to back out top. We're going to drive the lane. Block shot. Quinn Smith took the shot. Javion Harris deflected it on a block shot. Javion's going to bring it to the timeline. 3:47 on the game clock. Crossover on the dribble out top. Javion Harris putting on a dribbling exhibition. Didn't see that in the first half. We're back into Javion. And we're down low off the glass. Javion Harris with the assist. Credit to bucket number 11, Keaton Wiley. 3:28 clock moving. 68-42. Taylor in front. Working a basketball in the front court. Quinn Smith outside the arc. Kellen Williams. Back out, Peyton Aller. He'll dribble in. Elbow. Right side. 2-point shot. Wouldn't go. Rebound tipped into the hands of Javion Harris. He'll bring it to the timeline. Javion Harris on the dribble. He'll pass it back out top. Keyshawn Galloway might have got away with a little travel there. No call. Go back center circle. Keyshawn Galloway now left side. Deep in the front court. Dre McClatchy. McClatchy on the dribble. 2:48 left. We're in the fourth quarter. Tipton High School. Last year they played at Taylor High School. Blue Devils got a 9-point win a year ago at Taylor. Foul on the play. Going to be whistled on number 4, Quinn Smith. Quinn Smith will take up the foul. Back in the ball game for Tipton. It's going to be 15, Dakota Garman. 21, Grayson McFall taking a breather. Quinn Smith and Quinn Toll. And also back in the game for Tipton, number 32, Isaac Humrichhouse. Taking a breather. 22, Kellen Williams. 2:43 left. Right of the bucket on the baseline. Going to be brought in, Keyshawn Galloway. Tosses it deep behind the three-point line. Javion Harris. Ball's off his leg. Ends up in the hand of Owen Spidell for Tipton. Back the other direction. Spidell all the way to the hoop. Coast to coast. Spidell for 2. Right-handed layup. 2:25 on the game clock. To the front court on the dribble now, Dre McClatchy. They're working down in Keyshawn Galloway. They go to the corner. Zaven Pugh, 3-point shot, good. Zaven Pugh for 3. 71-44. 2:08 left here in the fourth quarter. We're getting left side. Owen Spidell behind the arc out top. Peyton Aller launches a 3. Wouldn't go. Rebound. Keyshawn Galloway. Galloway going to go coast to coast. Left-handed layup. He's a lefty. Got the bucket. Keyshawn Galloway for two. 73-44. 148 on the game clock. On the dribble, Peyton Aller. Out top, Grayson McFalls. Moved to the left side. Three-point shot in the air. Rims off. Dakota Garman. Rebound, Isaac Hummickhouse. Hummickhouse off the glass in the paint. On the rebound, put back for two. 73-46. Will be brought in from the backcourt. Keyshawn Galloway guarded there by Peyton Aller. Pass to the front court, Dre McClatchy. He'll launch a three. Good. Right elbow extended. Galloway for three. 1:18 left. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. Coach Fonzo White going to get some guys in the ball game. One of them going to be number 25, 5'8" sophomore, Charles Newby. Also in the ball game, 42, 6'4" sophomore, Tayshawn Quarles. Both guys got some JV experience in the JV contest. And 33 in the ballgame, Hayden Dugan. He's a 5'11" freshman. So we'll also mention in the ballgame, 23, Braden Boothby. Braden Boothby played some JVs, 5'11". He's a sophomore. The ball's going to be brought in. Backcourt. Blue Devils going to be tossed in by Dakota Garman. Guarding the inbound is Tayshawn Quarles at 6'4". He'll bounce it in. Trying to get it in. Couldn't get the ball in. In the ball game for the Blue Devils is number 5, Mason Day. He's a 5'10" freshman. Also in the ball game is number 12, Gavin Arms, 5'10" freshman. And Jaron Aller in the ball game for the Blue Devils wears number 20, 6'2" sophomore. Pretty fine pitcher for the Blue Devils baseball team. Working back the other way. We're going to call a blocking foul. And I'm guessing that probably got away with a pretty rough charge right there. They're going to say it was on the floor. They're going to whistle this foul. Not quite sure here. Blue Devils, they have that on the wrong. Okay. They're going to call that on 35. In the paint, Dakota Garman shot would go. Rebound out of there. Tayshawn Quarles will be tipped away and stolen by Jaron Aller. Outside the arc to the corner baseline. 3-point shot in the air. Dakota Garman wouldn't go. Fighting for the board, picking up the rebound. Number 12, Gavin Arms for the Blue Devils. Long 3-point shot. Straight away wouldn't go for Dakota Garman. 47 seconds left. 76-46. Titans in front. Out top of the basketball. Now with the basketball, 23, Braden Boothby. They give the ball up. That's 35, Trey Oliver. Down low, Quarles trying to go off the glass. He'll absorb a foul, and Tayshawn Quarles will shoot two. We're going to whistle this foul on Tipton. Number 3, Oliver Stewart in the ballgame, 6-foot sophomore. He picks up his first. Tayshawn Quarles will shoot two. Eyes the first one, rims off, wouldn't go. 32 seconds left. Fourth quarter. 76-46. Tayshawn Quarles at the stripe. Titans in front. He'll eye the second one. Shot in the air, rims around, wouldn't go. Rebound, Dakota Garman. Quarles couldn't get either to the front court. Gavin Arms on the dribble. Gavin going to dribble behind the arc, right side. Giving some directions. He'll spin move outside. Dakota Garman, 3-point shot in the air. Good. Left elbow extended. Garman for 3. He's got 2 in the contest here in the fourth quarter. 9 seconds left. Front court. On the dribble, he picks it up. Braden Boothby. This pass is deflected out of bounds. Good hands there by Mason Day. Mason Day wears number 5 for the Blue Devils. 5'10" freshman. We tossed in. Backcourt. 2 seconds. 1 second. And that's going to complete the ball game. So 32 minutes gone by. Final score here tonight. Taylor Titans 76. Tipton Blue Devils 49. And we do appreciate you tuning in. And we'll mention games going to happen next week. We'll mention it. Taylor Titans. 6 and 7:30 start time will be on the 20th. That's next Friday. Don't quote me. Check your listings. I think I'm made a boo-boo there on these listings. But they will be playing against the Carroll Cougars conference game at Taylor. It's either Thursday or Friday. Please check. But I know for a fact the Tipton Blue Devils will play on Tuesday, this Tuesday the 17th, 6 o'clock, 7:30 varsity. Tipton Blue Devils will be at the Oak Hill Golden Eagles. And we'll go ahead and remind you the Hoosier Athletic Conference. Next Friday, the 20th, will be the Hoosier Conference playoffs. Logansport will be at West Lafayette. Western will be at Benton Central. Hamilton Heights will be at Central Catholic. Tipton Blue Devils will be at Twin Lakes. It's Monticello. And the Rensselaer Central Bombers will play a non-conference game. We do appreciate you tuning in. We thank my wife back home for sound check. We thank Robbie Kendall. Robbie Kendall, audiosportsonline.net. He can help you if you want to promote your team. He can help you with audio or video. He can do both. That's Robbie Kendall, audiosportsonline.net. We thank you for tuning in, and we'll talk to you on Tuesday from Oak Hill High School. No matter if you're home or away, if you're doing the teaching and the learning, don't let him go. Keep the fire burning.